dying, and those deaths are 100% preventable, then they're going to have a very difficult time in this town and with their constituencies.
Again.
Okay, buddy, you want to hear bad language on the way to Washington? Have I got a clip or set of clips for you? So you can take a little bit of a listen to this, because yeah, just get ready. Just milk it all in right here.
It's going to hell. What the hell are we doing? Knock the hell out of him. My tax proposal cuts the hell out of him.
By the way, this is all in the campaign.
Damn. He gets the nomination. They're going to sue his off. We'll beat the out of them. Let them beat the out of ISIS also. They're ripping the out of the sea. We're going to knock the out of ISIS. Going to knock the out of it. Whoever the hell brought this mic system, don't the son of a to put it in. I'll tell you. You shouldn't pay the bastard. But it's political bullshit. She said he's a and you can tell them to go themselves. You're not going to raise that price. You understand? Listen, you
look. Yeah, so that is the president of the United States pretty much using the exact same language there. And in some, literally, we're going to impeach the mother effer. He actually said that in a campaign rally, referring to the president at the time. Yeah, so that is, again, it just shows you how hypocritical these people are. Again, a man who literally is the most vulgar person within a 15-mile radius of Washington who holds elected office, like, should not be saying, oh, if they want to come into Washington and talk about, and of course he brings it back to the border. I mean, what a joke these people are. I mean, if you just want to fall for the same thing every single time, Democrats, be my guest, but we're going to have to leave you behind on this because I'm good. So yeah, you do not have to indulge in the GOP's faux outrage. They just don't care. Calling Trump a mother effer is unquestionably good and right. Sure, it's not civil, but you're just throwing kids in cages or committing war crimes in Yemen or making the poor even poorer so the rich corporations in the country can lay off workers and buy back stocks. Maybe hostility towards the president, a little open instability, because let's be honest, there are a few members of Congress who don't say the F word on a daily basis or not hourly basis is what's needed right now. I mean, people talking about dying from unpreventable deaths. Have you checked the amount of people who die each year for lack of access to basic healthcare needs? Okay. Yeah, I'll wait on that. That's a completely preventable death. Like, incivility. Like, that is out the window in this. Civility is out the window in this country. Like, and some people start waking up to it. Jerry Nadler, oh my God, especially. Pretty much everyone in Washington. Yeah, the press and the Democrats so frequently forget the GOP is not the country. Remember the non-scandal involving Acorn, pure conservative outrage, media's hysterical amplification of the issue, and Democratic acquiescence all but killed one of the best groups doing voter registration drives in America. And this is, again, after 2010. And it's ridiculous what they try to do. And it's all political play, and they're very successful. And the Democratic Party, so stupid you think they're doing it intentionally, fall right into it every single time. Yeah, so, and then we got, another example of this, Maxine Waters, when she employed supporters to publicly call out and confront GOP politicians over the Trump administration's immigration policy. Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi both criticized her before it. Pelosi, to her credit, seems to be learning, though, and she shied away from criticizing Tlaib. In an interview with Joy Ann Reid, Nancy, let's go, I like that, for Nancy Pelosi. She says it's generational. I don't like the language, but I'm not in the censorship business. And then, with the killer, Pelosi asking Joy Ann Reid, let me ask you this. If she, talking about Tlaib, was a man, would there be such a flap over her words? What she said was less offensive than what President Trump said about John McCain. That's true. And he's gotten she's probably the worst example you could do there. It's very, very nice. But, I mean, again, the only part I don't like about the comment is because she said impeach. But, I mean, we don't know the full context of the remark because where the video starts. But, I mean, impeaching is certainly, it's on the table. It's definitely on the table. But I think my personal position is wait till the Mueller investigation comes out and then make our decisions about impeachment from there. I'm a wait and see on that front. But, I do still think that he is an insane president, for sure. All right. That's that with Rashida. So, on that front. But now we turn to our other favorite freshman congressman, Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, she's managed to set up shop in the center of the national news cycle since her election. Pretty much stay right there. It's mostly a fact because she makes conservatives go crazy. Literally, a QAnon idiot, you may have heard of this yesterday, posted a cut-up version of Boston University promotional video featuring Ocasio Cortez doing the dance scene from The Breakfast Club. The original tweet framed this as a dunk or like a roast for some reason, but it just spawned a bunch of memes on Twitter and talking about it, like literally how cool she is. So it's quite funny. Conservatives are also going to lose their you-know-what about this clip as well from an upcoming 60 Minutes interview with Anderson Cooper. And then, of course, only Ocasio, the week of her swearing in, a freshman congressman, just pops on 60 Minutes for that as well. So those two clips, the classic dancing to the Breakfast Club scene, like on the top of a city building, and then people are like, what was the thought behind that? She was dancing in college. Like, is this some kind of scandal? It's like, oh my gosh, the elected representative did something cool and corny in college. No, it seems so shocking to have a representative do that. Maybe that's why they thought it was so weird. But still, what was the thought behind posting that? Maybe it was like a left-wing
carbon emissions.
Sorry, yeah. So here is a clip from her on Anderson Cooper.
You're talking about zero carbon emissions, no use of fossil fuels within 12 years?
That is the goal. It's ambitious. And
how is that possible? You're talking about everybody having to drive an electric car?
It's going to require a lot of rapid change that we don't even conceive as possible right now. What is the problem with trying to push our technological capacities to the furthest extent possible?
This would require raising taxes.
There's an element where, people are going to have to start paying their fair share in taxes.
Do you have a specific on the tax rate?
You look at our tax rates back in the 60s, and when you have a progressive tax rate system, your tax rate, let's say from $0 to $75,000 may be 10% or 15%, et cetera. But once you get to the tippy tops, on your 10 millionth dollar, sometimes you see tax rates as high as 60 or 70%. That doesn't mean all $10 million are taxed at an extremely high rate, but it means that as you climb up this ladder, you should be contributing more.
What you are talking about, just big picture, is a radical agenda compared to the way politics is done right now.
Well, I think that it only has ever been radicals that have changed this country. Abraham Lincoln made the radical decision to sign the Emancipation Proclamation. Franklin Delano Roosevelt made the radical decision to embark on establishing programs like Social Security. That is radical.
Do you call yourself a radical?
Yeah, if that's what radical means, call me a radical.
Yes, call her a radical, that's for sure. The framing of this clip was extremely edited there. You to fit it into a short space of time. But, it kind of looks like she was just tossing out numbers, but her actual answer to her tax increase for the New Deal is more cogent. And the smart to flame climate action is something of equal importance to FDR's social welfare programs or emancipation. But this is going to make conservatives have a meltdown. And this is going to only be good for progressive because all meltdowns from conservatives have been so far pretty good. But again, of course, we have Ben Shapiro, she's just going, all they have to do is just not be bat bleep crazy, and they just can't manage it every time. Okay, we are facing a climate crisis here, and there's no other way. Radical action needs to be taken. It's just that simple. All right. Yes, the Democratic primary field is very crowded this cycle, but one of the main contenders, Senator Kristen Gillibrand, just got hit with a little bit of a no-no for someone who wants to run the Democratic primary. Senator Kristen Gillibrand is reaching out to Wall Street executives to gauge potential support if she were to run for president, even after she now says, "Oh, I'm going to take no corporate PAC money." Oh, please. Kirsten Gillibrand, please. Okay. Democratic nominee who begs for Wall Street money would be going down a nightmare road that we've traveled before. Hillary Clinton, 2016. Hillary Clinton was attacked by Bernie Sanders, then Donald Trump, ridiculously. Again, faux populism there from Donald Trump. But they've been attacked both times for taking Wall Street money, for which her answer was essentially that she represented New York, which is where 9/11 happened, by the way, if you didn't know. Indeed, we've already seen pundits talk about this with this, Nate Silver with his incredible analysis, saying, quote, "This is not particularly big or shocking news from a politician from New York, but the fact that a lot of Dems in my feed are dunking on it suggests there's not much appetite for a Jill Biden candidacy." Like that, something about that was just really funny to me, because it just shows you like he doesn't really understand anything about how it works. Like he doesn't know how to put it in a proper context beyond like what's going on in his Twitter feed. It's like, okay, she's taking money from Wall Street. Connect the dots. Hillary took money. She didn't do very well. She was attacked time and time again for it, unable to like put a coherent response together that actually was good. And she got in a lot of trouble for it, frankly. But the voters rejected her. And yeah, that's kind of what happened. But Kirsten Gillibrand doing it after, again, she said she wouldn't. That could be very, very bad. And it does not matter, by the way, that she is from New York. That's it. All right. Yeah, so... yeah, finally, just one story in a sentence of the day. Matt Gaetz ended Friday off by calling Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. So yeah, that's great. We're out of time today. Hope you liked our first show, Backley Agenda. It was a big one. We've been away a long while. There's been a lot of news to cover. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you so much for listening. Apologize it was so long, but trying to make it shorter in the future. We'll see you Sunday. We got a great show, planning a great show for that, and January 7th, literally January 7th, the Wake Up starts. Go subscribe now if you haven't already.